Oh, yeah.
Out of school, this is not, but it's nice. Never
Never had it.
Who's a teacher?
This is my daughter, and I said, why don't you just move in with me? There might be a slight problem with all the activities I have in Battle Creek. Maybe I can move to NR.
You have too many days off, no,
I would say, I don't think my cats nor my dog would like it at all. Roger might miss me.
yeah, Mike,
I would say,
he's never home either.
well, yeah, but someone usually has to be ready for when he does get home. And usually I have the lawn mowed, because that's my favorite job in the world. Some people like doing other things, I love them.
What I did instead.
The 039 Club is a Battle Creek community service organization that supports and promotes community involvement and provides assistance to persons with sight, hearing, diabetes, and other impairments, as well as supporting zone, district, state, and international projects. Mr. Baum, Mr. Ryan Jimmy Baum, charter member, song leader, the list goes on and on.
I'm getting there.
Just fine. You're doing great.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Mr. Bob.
I thought so. Now, we have a problem tonight. Birthdays, and I have never sang this many birthdays in my life. 1, 2, 3, what is there, 8 or 9?
But 3 aren't here.
No, we're not gonna do all of them. You know, we're gonna get bunched together. We're gonna say Lions. Happy birthday, Lions. Happy birthday to you. So it's not, we're not doing the individuals. You gotta be born in May. That was my month. Want to get pointed out that way. Okay, everybody on their feet. It's inconvenient. Bob, you can stay seated and you can stay eating if you want to. I won't make an exception. Is that a song tonight? Presentation? Okay. Really? Well, you can come up with me. Love to have you. You're not nervous. Not nervous. They're all right. They're fine.
Doesn't matter that I can't sing.
With that, there, they got somebody that can't sing. Exactly, you're perfect. But you can referee, because, you know, have these people sing.
And if they don't sing, you're gonna say, Jim, Jim, I'm Jim, you're Bob, I'm Jim, and you say, Jim, let's hear it again. And we can do it 1, 2, 3, they'll get hungry eventually.
All right, let's do it on the first try.
Well, no, you're the judge though, okay? Don't you hear those lions roar? Yours is good. I see that. Ready, set, hit. Don't you hear those lions roar? Don't you hear those lions roar? You can hear them roaring every week as they feed and crowd for more, more, more. Don't you hear those lions roar? Their snarling, rumbling roar. So roar, lions, lion, lion, lion. Don't you hear those lions? Hear those lions, hear those lions roar. I even heard Mike in the back singing. You did a good job back there. What do you think, Bob?
Somebody record that?
Now, wait a second. Have you ever heard that song before? I didn't think so.
But we did it so well.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
How long you been doing that first year?
As a matter of fact,
You like
yes.
that, or you wanna hear it again?
Wow, here it comes.
That's it. I gotta sing this with bigger, bigger and bigger. Ready, set, hit it. Don't you hear those lions roar? Don't you hear those lions roar? You can hear them roaring every week as they feed and growl for more. You hear those lions roar? Their snarl and grumbling roar. So roar! Lions! Hear those lions! Hear those lions! Hear those lions roar! I think that one was better, but what do you think?
I think that one was better. I agree.
You want to go
First one
two
was great.
You want to go 2 out of 3?
I don't want to be the bad.
He's hungry. Why? I'll give you one here for a while. Like everybody else. God bless America. Now, this song is done with vigor. V-I-T-O-E-R. X-Y-Z. I don't know. Anyway, vigor. So you gotta sing from the heart. Got it? Ready, set, hit it. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her to the light with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Well, now that we're warmed up, let's do the birthday song. And then when we come to that very important part about naming all 29 of these people, we'll just say lions, okay? Ready, set, hit it. Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear lions. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, that's pretty good. Bob, you can sit or stand or stay there. I'm going to pledge to my rear. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Muriel's got it.
Muriel, were you give the invitation, please?
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for our many blessings. We are so fortunate to have Lions Club with service in mind. Thank you for the success of our garage sale. Thank you for the many members who gave their all to help with the project. We pray for our members who could not be here tonight, and we never forget them. Thank you for our members who are with us on Zoom. Robert Elchart will be speaking about the good deeds of the sheriff's this evening. We pray for the success of the Cereal City Cereal Festival. Our club will be represented. Thank you for this beautiful venue. We are happy to be here. The staff is always willing to please guide us home safely. May we always remember our Lions motto: we serve. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out on this rainy evening. So nice to see everyone. Have a really nice group tonight. Do we have anyone joining us via Zoom tonight, Roger?
No.
Okay, now you're.
Not yet.
Okay, now you're. All right. So let's start with some introductions, and I will start with the family here.
Roger Rossi, Serial City Line. Jerry Bentley. Serial City Line. Dave, Serial City Line. Derek, Serial City Line.
Shelley Bird, actual Serial City Line does not have up yet.
No.
Dorothy Boston.
She's the line.
Very well.
Serial City Line, Brian Coffee, Zocher.
Jane, Serial City Line. Muriel Walters, Serial City Line, associate member of Bedford Alliance.
Nancy Allen, Serial City Line.
Kay Smith, Serial City Line. Gibbs, Serial City Lines.
John Serial City Lines.
Swain, Serial City Line.
Serial City Line.
Brian, Serial City Line.
Bob Ward, Serial City Line. Mike DeBoer, Serial City Line.
Good one, Serial City Line. Good trying to remember.
Tom Jacob, Serial City Line.
Serial City Lions, who's next? Okay, so we're gonna give our speakers some time to finish this meal here, so we're gonna move along to a few other things here. One of the awards that's given by Alliance International is a key award, and to receive the key award, you must bring at least 2 members into the club, and we have someone that has done it. So we would like to recognize Katie Smith. Hey, would you come over here? Perfect timing. All right. So you have the key for bringing in at least 2 members in the club. So congratulations, and one more for your question. Yeah. So, one of the things to cover tonight, let's see, let's jump down and let's check membership. I'm gonna talk about membership tonight.
I guess that'd be me.
That would be you. 66.
Well, we have one potential new member that's going to join us soon. That's Shelley. I don't know if anybody else, unless any of you have anyone that you know that would like to join. If you're new, ask your friends. Those are always the best contacts. If you know anybody that's recently retired, ask them. So, you know, it doesn't have to stop 66 days is theoretically done. You know, so I think the district did pretty well with that. I'm not sure what the numbers were, but you know, but hey, you can join Alliance anytime. The key is that the entrance fee waiver ends July 3rd, June 30th. So if you know somebody would like to join, they join before the end of June, they'll pay $35. So go talk to somebody.
Okay, would you want to give us an update on the garage sale? Okay.
It's in the books and it was very successful. Our treasurer is going to have that amount to announce later. Especially we had lots of donated items, a lot. My daughter looked at a market and went all the way to the back. I especially want to thank Maria Small. She brought a car hauler full of donations to the garage sale. But she filled my shed while I was in Florida. So Joe asked for a donation to my serious. We did something a little different this year. We invited Lions to Wednesday night to a Lions only event, and they got to both off the stuff, and we actually had $300 in Lions. So it was a very successful night. And also, his husband, Jeff Aspinall, surprised us. He made full pork for us, so it went perfect with the snacks. And we had a little wine, but not too much. So we'll have many stories to tell quite a while. We had some very memorable moments there, and I hope they will all get to sometime soon. Can I talk about installation right now, or do you want me to wait? Okay, so installation night is coming up. Our next meeting is going to be installation night. And we have some sign-up sheets over here to sign. We need a head count, and you can bring a guest. Cost is going to be around $20. That will include your dinner. And we are going to do buffet style. Now, it's not always going to be buffet. We're not going over to buffet as a regular thing. After that, we'll be back to working on the menu. But because we're going to have so many, I hope so many people here that night, we're planning a buffet that night. It will be about $20. That will include your meal and your non-alcoholic drinks. If you want an alcoholic drink, that will be on you. Normally, our induction night is installation night is a little bit formal, but this year it's not going to be formal. Barry Allen is going to do our installation, and he's going to bring with him a toolbox. And in that toolbox is going to represent each member of the board, the new elected board. And so since we're Lions, and we work, and we're volunteers, I'm suggesting, it's not mandatory, but that we all wear our vests, our Lion shirts, our Lion hats. We work hard, we serve, so the best code is wear your Lion shirts, hats, and we'll rock the best. And also state prize coming up after the meeting, and there'll be more information on that later. So, anybody have questions about the installation? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, programs. Well, first tonight we have Robert from Share, and next meeting is going to be, of course, installation night, so we'll have a program that night. And then we're to July. I really don't remember this in July. So I'll be talking with Ryan about that. Is there any other program information that I'm missing? The state rock is coming up. Well, so we'll get into that. I know, so, and we're going to be, I have to talk to Brad, but you know, Ron Marlette will not be cooking for us this year. He's had eye surgery, so he is not going to be doing the cooking. So I'll get with Brad, maybe some volunteers or something. Yeah, but he cannot do the cooking, so let's think about that. That's all. All right, Muriel, can you join me for this moment? I'll have you introduce our speaker for this evening.
Anywhere where there's not a speaker, so you've got kind of.
Thank you. Well, tonight, I would introduce Robert Elchart. And I was so pleased to come months ago because I founded Bedford Lions, and Robert spoke there, and I truly was really impressed with the speech that he gave about the Share Center. And then On Friday, I went to the Sheriff's Center and I had never been there. I've driven around it, but never had gone in there. And everybody was so nice. The floor was wet. Somebody offered me a cane so I could walk to his office. And I was just so impressed with the people there. And also when I was at Bedford, I was also impressed with all the things that the Sheriff's Center does for their clients. So I'll introduce Robert.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for a very wonderful dinner. This is a very beautiful venue. Looking at the trees in the golf course there, kind of reminds me of, I grew up on a golf course, a pair of golfers, but I did grow up on a golf course. The Imperial Center name is Robert Elchart, and I'm the executive director of the Speaker Robert. For those of you who don't know where it is right across the street from where the Kmart used to be on Dickman Road. So we're actually right behind Lakeview Ford at the corner of Grove and Main Street. And I've been there for about a few years. I started in February 2019, and then we had a polar vortex, and then we had COVID. It's like I never really got my feet on the ground before. It was one, disaster after another. But the Sheriff's Center, I think, prides itself, even before I was there, on its resiliency, and a lot of that is kind of a reflection of people that we serve. We serve a lot of people who have been through unspeakable amounts of trauma and mental health issues, and so their resiliency, I think, is an inspiration for the Sheriff's Center as an organization to be able to weather the storm when we come across things like a polar vortex or COVID. I will say that it is difficult to talk about homelessness, especially with chronically homeless, in a way that's fun and engaging. So I always give the heads up that, when I talk about the Sheriff's Center, what we do, the people we serve, it can be a little bit, I don't want to say depressing, but it's difficult to put a bow on it and make it, fun and engaging. But I will start off with a trivia question. Does anybody, for those of you who have lived in Battle Creek for a while, does anybody remember, if you know where the Sheriff's Center is, does anybody remember what it was before it was the Sheriff's Center? There's no prize if you get the right answer. Nobody? No, that was, I'll give you a hint, they sold truck parts. Hill Piston shop, that's right. Yep. So when you walk into our cafeteria, you'll see the word Hill. It's spelled out on the floor. It's really interesting because, it wasn't designed to do what we do with it, but it actually works out pretty perfectly, and I'll kind of explain that as I go through my presentation here. The Sheriff's Center started in the early 90s by a small group of people who had experience recovering from mental health and substance abuse issues, and they wanted to use their personal experiences to kind of guide others who are also trying to recover. So originally started, we were over on East Michigan Avenue, a very small building. And in the early 90s, or actually 1996, the Sheriff's Center purchased the building at 120 Grove Street from the Hill Piston shop for $275,000. The building was originally built in 1980, so it's fairly not old, but it's definitely got some things that need to be replaced. And I will also tell you that as I go through kind of some of the more alarming stuff and concerning stuff, I will promise you that there's good news at the end of this. I will save the good news till the end. Some of that good news has to do with the way that our building looks and some of the things that we're going to be doing in the near future. So for 30 years, the Sheriff's Center has been both the drop-in and the day shelter for Calhoun County. So the drop-in facility is technically a mental health facility, and we're governed by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. And most of our funding comes through Summit Point, which is our community mental health agency. And so our funding for our drop-in activities comes from some point, and those activities include things like peer supports, recovery coaches, support groups, enrichment activities, things of that nature. Peer support is somebody, as I mentioned before, that's been through some mental health issues and found a way to kind of recover and help others to do the same. Recovery coach is somebody who has recovered from issues of addiction and they help somebody recover from their addiction. And so those are the types. It's a peer-to-peer model. Everybody who works at the Care Center, everybody who serves on our board has to have some personal lived experience with mental health issues or substance abuse. I myself have an anxiety disorder, and so that's one of the qualifications that they have to have if you're employed by a drop-in facility per MDHS guidelines. And this is, it's not hard to understand why, because if you've been there before, then you're likely to be more empathic and helpful to other people who have been there. You're not going to be as judgmental. You're going to want to, help them because you've been there before. So that's kind of the model that I brought in. Now we also, because most of the people who come to our drop-in are chronically homeless, and the definition of chronically homeless for HUD is somebody who's been homeless for more than 12 months and is struggling with substance abuse and mental health issues. So a lot of people that come to a drop-in for the services that we offer are chronically homeless. And so it makes sense for us to do things like serve meals and basic needs, supplies, hygiene supplies, we have food pantry. We have a number of different programs that help people overcome the barriers that we often see with chronically homeless. So again, we have a number of resources for mental health and addiction support, recovery support, but we also have a meals program. We also have programs to help people get a state ID. That's one of the biggest barriers that we see with the homeless population is if you don't have a state ID or a birth certificate, you can't get a job, you can't open a bank account, you can't even qualify for a lot of social services. And so that's a huge barrier for homeless. It's really not a way of protecting your belongings, right? So a lot of times their things get stolen, you gotta get a new ID, and for most of us, it's just a kind of an inconvenience to go to the Secretary of State, fill out forms or whatever, wait. But if you're homeless and you don't have your birth certificate, and in some cases you don't know where you were born, and any number of different, and then the cost of it, of course, being $10 might as well be $1 million if homeless, you don't have any money. So lots of barriers just to overcome the barrier of not having an ID. And so we have a program that actually won an award back in 2016 from the Michigan Coalition Against Homelessness, where we have a partnership with the Secretary of State, and we can actually produce a picture ID through. I should back up this plane. We're part of HUD's Homeless Management Information System, and that's like a national database that tracks the progress of homeless individuals. The system also allows you to print a picture ID. And so we print this picture ID through the Homeless Management Information System that is accepted by the Secretary of State as a form of identification, because since 9/11, you have to have a picture ID to get a state ID. So that's a huge barrier, because if you don't, have, there's not the only way you can have a picture ID for a lot of people is through your driver's license or state ID, or maybe you have a school ID or something like that. But a lot of homeless individuals don't have that. So having the ability to print an ID that's accepted by the Secretary of State is a huge thing that removes that barrier for a lot of people. We also work with the Michigan Coalition Against Homelessness to pass Senate Bill 404. Again, and that way it's fees for anybody who needs to stay and improve that they're homeless. So what we do is we provide them with the alternative documentation, the ID, the homeless verification, and they call that to the Secretary of State. They can get a state ID with a picture on it free of charge. And so that helps a lot of people overcome the barrier of not having an ID. So then they can, of course, go on and get a job, go enroll in school, get their kids enrolled in school, do whatever they need to do. So we do about 200 to 300 of those every year. We also have a partnership with the county clerk's office. If you were born in Calhoun County and homeless, they will waive fees for your file periods as well. So really lucky to have a partnership with both the Secretary of State and the Calhoun County. So, I kind of explained, kind of the difference between a drop-in and a shelter. So, and that drop-in, again, I mentioned that we have a number of support groups in that folder. I put a sheet that's got the schedule for all our support groups. That includes our narcotics support group, dual diagnosis support group, that's folks who are struggling with mental health issues. We've got a men's group, a women's group. The women's group is really fun. They do lots of really cool art projects. So I mentioned earlier that we have a lot of enrichment activities that people do. So we've got an art teacher that comes in and works with our women's group. So we've got a really wonderful volunteer from Lila Arboretum that helps our community garden. We've got a really beautiful garden. I wish I could show them to you here, but I was in the middle of something and I didn't get a chance to do that. But it's right behind our facility. We've got tomatoes and all kinds of great stuff in there that our clients will go out there and garden, and there's a lot of therapeutic value in gardening, and of course they get pretty excited when you take the food from the garden and you actually serve it with meals and tell them it's grown up here. It's always really interesting to people. So let's see. So our mission is to provide a mutually supportive space with resources and recovery for people who are experiencing issues with homelessness, mental health, hunger, and addiction. And I mentioned all of the different drop-in services that we offer, and then I mentioned some of the homeless services that we offer. Our philosophy, you'll see on our brochure, you'll see on the back, there's our core values that are listed there. And those are really important because we really feel like those are the key ingredients to support somebody's recovery. And those core values are respect, understanding, inclusion, empowerment, advocacy, empathy, enrichment, and integrity. So, in regards to respect, we want to make sure that when people come to the Share Center, they feel supported, they feel welcome, they feel like they're not being judged. We try to empower people so that they can self-advocate and do some things that they didn't think they could do before, basically. And then we're also aware of reciprocity and how if you give what you get, so if you treat somebody disrespectfully, you're going to be treated disrespectfully in return. So we're very aware of people have mental health issues, sometimes severe schizophrenia and things like that in that nature. So and they've been through a lot of trauma, and so you have to understand that sometimes their behavior is their fault. So we really try hard not to punish people, not put people out cold or whatever have you. Do any number of things to prevent that from happening, but inevitably sometimes you have to consider the greater and make sure that somebody's threatening somebody's well-being, they remove that person from the situation. But we really try not to. Understanding, of course, includes equity, diversity, inclusion, trauma informed. Advocacy, like I mentioned, the work that we do with the coalition against homelessness. Empathy is really important, and I mentioned that we're all kind of peers, and some of us have been through homelessness, addiction, and mental health issues. So just having a catholic, non-judgmental environment where everybody feels welcome and supported. I mentioned the enrichment activities, like our community garden. We've done yoga and music programs. We are actually having a community celebration on the 17th. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Bobby Holly, but he's a friend of the Share Center, and he's going to be doing some live music for us. And, I don't know, anybody else Bobby Holly here? Oh yeah, everybody loves Bobby Holly. Yeah, so he's a big fan of the Share Center. He's a good friend of ours, and he came down to our holiday party last Christmas. It was just phenomenal. This whole band is really good. So that'll be June 17th from 1 to 3. You're more than welcome to come and join us. We'll have some food, games, and of course, wonderful music. Let's see, I think I pretty much covered everything. I could go into a little bit of the demographics of the people we serve, but I don't think that, everybody will be terribly surprised, and most folks that we serve, I don't want, I always have to be careful when I talk about this, I don't want to stereotype the homeless, because a lot of the people that live in our cafeterias are just people who are down on their luck, families, that just somebody lost their job, whatever have you, cost of living, of course, it's getting to be, unmanageable for a lot of people. So sometimes we see a lot of people who are just, temporary assistants and they're not on their way. The people that we see on the opposite side of the building, those are chronically homeless people, and those are the people who are struggling with the mental health and substance abuse issues. So those are the two types of people that we typically see at the care center. And we just want to make sure that no matter who comes to us, like at what point they are, and what struggles they have, that we're one, meeting their basic needs, two, removing any barriers that they're having, whether it be not having an ID, whether it's a mental health issue or a substance abuse issue, or not having transportation. I didn't mention earlier that we have bus passes that we give to folks for getting to and from work and medical appointments. And after we looked at their barriers, get them connected to employment benefits. So if they can work, make sure that they're placed in a job where they succeed and won't have the potential triggers that might be difficult to work there. If they can't work, then we want to make sure that their benefits are maximized, whether it's Social Security, disability, food stamps, WIC, or whatever else they might be eligible for. And then in some cases, people can work and receive disability at the same time. There's a limit to how much you can do that. So just making sure that people's income is maximized so that they can actually afford a place to live. I just looked recently, and there's not very many places that'll agree for $800 a month, and typical Social Security disability is around $750. So you do the math. There's not enough to live off, let alone to get paid rent, let alone buy food. So we want to make sure that people who are in those positions have enough benefits that they can, that all their basic needs are being met. And hopefully they can do some things to realize some of their dreams and goals that they've had in life too. So I did promise that I would end with some good news. We recently received $364,000 in American Rescue Plan, and I would encourage you to come see the care center as it is now, and come see us maybe in a year and a half, because it's going to be a vastly different looking building. I mentioned it was a truck parts store, and kind of looks that way. I did mention earlier that the nice thing about it is it's actually split in half, so we keep the cafeteria on one side and our office services on the other side. But we desperately need to do some renovations. Not having to say hill and walk in the door would be nice. And just the flooring is really old. So we're going to get all new flooring in the building, inside and outside paint job. We're going to be adding a shower and a laundry room, because that's another area homeless individuals have. You show up at the job interview, you have a shower, you're carrying all your belongings in a duffel bag, you're probably not going to get a job. So we're going to be building a shower and a locker room for our guests to be able to use that. We'll be getting a walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer, which is great. I didn't mention earlier that we serve about 30,000 meals a year in our cafeteria. We typically serve around 3,000 to 5,000 people, individuals every year. And having a walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer will make it a lot more efficient and better for us as well. So yeah, lots of exciting things happening at the care center. We also recently received $109,000, and it's a different pot of money, but it's also part of the American Rescue Plan Act, and that's for supportive services. So we're actually going to be hiring a full-time peer support and a full-time recovery coach, and we're also going to be building some office spaces for them. So my staff is about double in size, so that's really nice. And then we are probably going to be, I don't want to jinx it, but we're working with the Kellogg Foundation right now. Possibly going to secure some money to hire a full-time employment benefits coach. Right now, staff is going to take insurance helping people. I failed to mention earlier that we have a computer lab too, and so that employment benefits coach will be working with clients to help them navigate the system and apply for jobs, prepare resumes, fill out online applications, a lot of folks, don't have computer skills, so having somebody available to help folks would be really a big resource. And let's see, we recently got some money from the PNC Foundation and the Community Foundation to support our meals program. Our meals program, by the way, is primarily supported by the United Way, and through donations. We typically raise about $10,000 to $15,000 a year in donations, and that supports our meal program. Right now, our biggest concern actually is that meals program. Everybody knows the cost of food is on through the roof. We used to get our food from the food bank, and we still get food from the food bank, but it used to be 19 cents a pound. And because the USDA has cut down the amount of food that they're charitably giving, that's really had a huge impact on the food banks across the country, plus the price of gas. All that being said is we're now running a pretty significant deficit every month in our meals program. So it's a little bit scary. I'm hoping it doesn't last very long. But some of these funds that we're getting should at least help with, staffing. It's not really money that we can use for our meals program. So just, keep us in thoughts and prayers, and, maybe rich people send our way. So anyway, I'm happy to take any questions. You gotta give me out of here, but I'm happy to answer any questions. Yes, sir.
I'm not sure this question you can answer, but we see people on the street, and usually with the cardboard signs.
Yeah.
Seems like it always says homeless.
Yeah.
Sometimes a few other things. Sometimes when Sharon and I are sitting in Culver's, there's a spot there. Someone's usually there. And we see most cars don't give them any money, but some people do. So talk kind of goes around sometimes, don't give them money because they're just going to buy drugs with it. And things like that. Do you have any thoughts on when we pull up to a stop sign, whether it would be helpful to give us some money or not? It's just an impossible question.
Yeah, that's a tough one because you don't know. I mean, you don't know what the person. I mean, there's a chance they might spend it on drugs and alcohol. There's a chance they might spend it on food. I mean, it's just hard to say without knowing the actual individual. I mean, I would say the home population, and this is what I was trying to be careful about earlier, is I didn't want to stereotype or, stereotype them all having like an addiction issue or whatever. A lot of them don't put a lot of issue, and that's that chronically homeless population that I was talking about. So it may depend. It might be a guy that just lost his job and really desperately needs some money, or it might be somebody who's really struggling with addiction, which is also a full-time job. I've been told is managing an addiction. It's one of those things that it's cyclical because if your mental health addiction didn't cause you to be homeless, the trauma and stress of being homeless causes you to have mental health addiction too. So it's like they kind of feed off each other a little bit. So it just kind of depends on where somebody is in that cycle. I would discourage people from giving money. What I usually do is I have during the winter time I have like hand warmers, and then I tape like a flyer of the sheriff's services that I can have taped to the back of the hand warmer, and I give it to people when I pull up in the car. This time of year it's usually ponchos. I'll take like ponchos out and I'll take the little thing about the sheriff's around there and I'll hand them out folks and so that's always a good way because then that it's something that they're going to use and that they really need. It's not going to solve their problems, but it's, get them through the day and make them feel good as to be cared about. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Clients mail.
Yes, actually, they are. Not to say, I mean, it's not huge. It's probably about 70 or 80%, but mostly mail. And don't really have a good explanation as to why that is.
Why age range? Does it run the gamut, or is it 20 to 50 or?
Oh, yeah, so I didn't mention earlier, so on the drop-in side of looking, we're a no barrier facility, so we don't do background checks on folks. We know that we got people CSC charges on the drop-in side, so we can't have children on that side of the building. We can serve children on the cafeteria side of the building, they're with their parents. So, on the Robinson side, we see people from 18, 70, 80 years old. We recently got a grant from Payroll Services to install 88 door openers, so that's really exciting. So you know, the door, push the button and the door opens for you. Because we do have a lot of mobility in very individuals, either because of age or because of disability. And so, yeah, we see like minimum cafeteria side, we see a lot of children. We're really trying to use that ARPA money to make the cafeteria a positive experience. You know, it makes sense that it goes someplace that looks dumpy or feels dumpy. So we get some new flooring in there. I want to, you know, get more like the placemats and the brands that make it more like a restaurant. So like kids grow up remembering it more like an Applebee's, and that's like a soup kitchen. So those are the kind of family that they do because they're poor. So we really try to be mindful of the experience. And try to make it like a restaurant. Even if again, like big place again, you know, we're always looking for volunteers. It's a little bit of a but but it kind of adds the charm. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Are there programs to try to find housing for the homeless?
Yeah.
I'm hearing about that, you know, in a lot of different cities.
Yeah. So I didn't want to get too depressing, but that is the most frustrating thing that I see as a share center. We do have programs that help people find housing. The problem is there's a real lack of affordable housing. And then that's not Battle Creek, that's everywhere. I was mentioning earlier, you could find places out Creek like less than $800. You know, sometimes your income, your Social Security is less than 50, or you're making minimum wage. You know, that's, you know, you have to be able to find a place that you can afford. And so I see people all the time cycling through. I got a gentleman right now. I've been working with this guy for, gosh, last 2 years. I've never seen anybody with so much motivation and perseverance. Guy literally rides like probably it's got to be at least 3 miles to and from the restaurant where he works. He's been there every day, all through the winter time. He's saving up to get his car, he's got his driver's license. And in this whole time, we've been trying to find a place that he can afford. It's just been nothing. And I see people like that all the time. Families, individuals. And it's just, they just keep cycling around in circles. I will say I'm very appreciative of the fact that we have some city leaders that are you. They're very interested in creating what's called permanent supportive housing. Kind of do things a little bit backwards here in that we expect people to overcome their barriers to addiction and mental health before we put them in housing. And of course, it's a lot easier to deal with mental health and addiction issues if you're in a stable living environment away from all the stimulus that stimuli that might be causing you to relapse or whatever. So our city leaders are actually pretty interested in building permanent supportive housing. I just went on a field trip with some of them to Erie. There's permanent supportive housing project there, really wonderful. So the idea is get them into housing and then help them overcome the barriers they have, which makes a lot of sense. You know, the problem is that they run into what's called unity, which is the aggregate, not life-aggregate. Every time when everybody will agree, oh, permanent supportive housing is great, so I'll put it in my neighborhood. You know, so that always ends up being a problem, is finding a location for it. But that is something that our city leaders are interested in, so I'm really appreciative of that. We could build, 100 units and try to get full tomorrow. So, but that is, I think, the most effective solution. Unfortunately, we don't have that right now. So,
Did you provide any clothing or anything, or just refer them to some of the other areas?
we do, actually. So we try not to overdo it because we've got places like Charitable Union. And so we do people like some winter clothes around here because some people are cold, we make sure and their clothes are all that, and make sure that they got something that they can change into. We also have some business attire, so if somebody's got a job interview, you can have a suit or tie or whatever, make sure. And then we have if you're familiar with the sock company, it really is true. They actually do a pair of socks. If you're talking about a pair of socks, we've got boxes of socks, like you wouldn't believe. So we're really excited about that for people. And then of course we have a bunch of hygiene supplies, feminine hygiene supplies, and that nature as well.
Do you take donations?
Yes. Yeah, we're always looking for travel size stuff, because whole tube of toothpaste might get lost after 1 or 2 weeks. So travel size is always good. Especially when we get to the shower and everything, it's good to be really helpful. We do have some, but we're always looking for more. So yeah, we definitely take donations. Yeah. Winter clothing, new underwear, we tend not to take used underwear. New underwear, helpful, that's always something that people need no matter what time of year it is, so. Trying to think like work boots, like steel toe boots, those sort of things, like if you need those jobs, things of that nature. Yeah.
Do you take volunteers for your kitchen?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the way it works is we've got a volunteer coordinator, her name's Kathy, I can put you in touch with her. Or you can just send me an email, I'll get you in touch with her, but we have church groups, civic groups, other groups come in and they'll cook a meal like once a week or once a month. We also, have volunteers that come in and do cleanups, help us do landscaping, things of that nature. We're always looking for volunteers to work with our consumers or clients, like if you have a particular skill, music or art or anything else that you're interested in that might be fun for them to do. We're always looking for people to help us with that. Any other questions? Yeah.
In your reconstruction, you talked about shower facilities. And they also include the worship garage.
Oh, good question. Yes. In fact, we actually do currently do more. We do about 3,000 loads a year. And we're doing that with just the same washer that you probably got at home. Probably not even that nice. They're pretty old, and part of our money is going to go to the better laundry facilities so we can do more laundry for folks. Yeah, good question. Because that's a barrier too. Not having to leave those. Well, I encourage all of you to come visit us. Like I said, come visit us now and maybe come back like a year or two from now. You'll see a huge difference. And stay tuned. We do have a website, sharecenterbc.org, and a Facebook page. We periodically do events like the Juneteenth celebration. We'll probably do a pancake breakfast at some point over the summer. Anything we can do to promote awareness and ideally raise some funds too. So. I apologize I didn't bring up folders for everybody, but hopefully there's enough to share. My card is in there, my contact information. If you ever have any questions, if you ever want to come visit us, if you want to volunteer or make a large donation, just let me know.
If someone wants to volunteer or come see the facility, do they need to call ahead or can they just drop it?
It's probably best to call ahead so I know you're coming, and that way I can put it on my schedule and not have something, else going on. But I'm usually pretty flexible. So, yeah.
What about the old Hart Hotel downtown?
Yeah, people have mentioned that. I don't know. I'd have to check with some folks at the city to see what the plans are for that. But people have mentioned that. People have mentioned a few other places. There's a bunch of abandoned schools, and I don't know. It always seems like it, like why not? But then there must be some reason. So I'm not really sure what those are for that specific building. But yeah. Yeah, I know, right? That seems like it, right? I mean, I can't even. Because imagine being homeless and seeing all these empty buildings, it must be really frustrating. But I don't know what the condition of the building is, if it's, usable. If I had the money, I'd do it. I'd build the rooms and let homeless people stay there until they got back on their feet. But all right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
That was wonderful. Brian, would you give us a zone update, please?
Just a couple things on the zones. Roger and I last Thursday in the middle of the garage sale, then we went over to Jackson and we had zone chair training. So Roger did a great job of putting that together, and we tag teamed that. So that was a lot of fun. So getting the new zone chairs ready to take over in July that we did. a lot of clubs right now are doing the same thing we're doing next meeting, inducting their new officers and kind of wrapping up things for the year end and getting things started for the next year. And the banner exchange, if you'd like to attend that or get that on your calendar, it's going to be Sunday, July 10th. That will be at the Napoleon Club over there. And that's when we get our new district governor installed. And that'll be Kelly Luby. So Terry, she's done it for the year, and we usually have a pretty good turnout from our club over there. It's good to do for that. Just backing up one thing, Kate touched on the programs earlier. As your vice president-elect or the president in charge of vice, along with the poker tables and the dice games that will be coming back. I have the opportunity to do the programs next year. So if you have anybody that you have contacts with or would like to hear from or something, be sure to let me know and we'll try to work them in the schedule. Also watch for the rosters that will be coming out, because then you'll have be assigned a month for your program as well. So, but there's a lot of information out there. A lot of people know people who like to come and talk and things like that. So just kind of start thinking about that and shoot me an email or let me know.
All right, we're going to jump down to old business. The breakfast fest, Roger?
All right, so we have a spot downtown for the breakfast table. International Cereal Fest is what they call it now. And it's going to be along McCamley Street in front of Kellogg's and the the Kellogg's buildings, down that direction. It's going to be, looks like it's down Jackson Street. Hope was kind enough to print some maps out, which are over on the table. And so we are going to be kind of in front of the Kellogg headquarters somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. I think it's their little parking lot in front of the building. That's my guess, but I'm not exactly sure. So it'll be around there somewhere. So I have a sign-up sheet. I will not be there. I'm going to be attending my 50th high school reunion. And I had let everybody know that ahead of time. So just so you're not surprised.
You're not that old.
So I know I don't look it. So anyway, but setup is 7, it can be anywhere from 7 to 7:30 or earlier. It has to be done by 7:45 to get vehicles out of the way and parked. It starts around 8 and the vendor section runs till 12:30. And there is no parade this year. So it's just going to be, the vendors and the breakfast and all that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do, really, we're going to have a canopy, 10 by 10 canopy. We'll have a table set up with Lions information, and we'll have our banner hanging from the canopy. And so when people come by, talk to them about the Lions Club and tell them what great things we do. I have a ton of information. We have information on our club as well as a lot of the projects that we support. And so whoever's going to be kind of the person in charge that day, I have it all in that box over there, that Harry and David box. That includes all of our applications and everything we own in terms of membership stuff. So please don't lose it. We're also going to have Diane Sweeter doing diabetes testing. So I have a large sign that says the free diabetes testing, and Kay has the sandwich boards that we use for the garage sale. We can put that on there. She'll probably need a little card table, some sort, and an extra chair to have, if you've seen this before, usually it's the person doing the testing and the testee are sitting at a little card table, and they do the test and all that. So that's going to be happening, and that will be our kind of our service, type thing for the event. So the sign up sheet I've got a setup crew sign up, and then I just broke it down into 2 shifts, 8 to 10 and 10 to 12. and then a tear down crew. So if you're available and can help, it's really not hard, you know, just have to kind of sit there, talk to people, you know, make sure they get some information about the Lions and just promote our club. Now, I don't know if the host club is going to join us or not.
I've tried to get a hold of them. I know they were interested, but I have not received any callback.
Okay. So it'll maybe just be us. So please sign up. And I know John and Hope and Scott are gonna do it, and I guess Brian is gonna be involved in this. So we need some more help. So if you can be available and just come down and sit and talk to people, wear your Lions gear and be a Lion. And we also have the Lion suit. So I brought it tonight. If anybody wants to wear it, that's always a nice thing. And people love to have pictures taken with the Lion. So there will be a lot of kids down there. So if, you know,
Only
whenever
be in the 70s, so it's not gonna be too hot.
right, it's not going to be too hot. And we found that whenever somebody's wearing that suit, kids just flock to them. So it's especially effective if we're doing kid site training or kid site testing, but we're not doing that this time. So anyway, that's what I've got, and the sign-up's over there, along with the installation night. Okay.
I just want to know who's making the signs so I get the board to do them.
The signs are already made.
Oh, all right. So
Yeah, but it's like a big poster.
I've only got 2 of the 4.
That's all right.
Okay.
We really only need one.
Right.
So I'm available tomorrow. I can take the sign someplace. And maybe I'll take it to John's house or to Brian, or I'm not sure who, but look.
I can take it to the event.
Okay.
I plan on being there with Diane.
Okay, all right, okay. So I was thinking maybe after the meeting, we could talk for about 5 minutes and just say, okay, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, et cetera, et cetera. So, Scott.
Are you gonna bring the trifolds for pictures? Like you had for winter camp?
Probably not for winter camp, unless
No,
we
but I
have,
mean the trifold itself.
we have the little trifolds in that. You're talking about the little,
Oh, big.
I don't have one. We don't have one for the club, we should do that. You know, like what projects we do, that sort of thing, we don't really have one. At one point in time, we had some posters that Jerry put together for us. And I'm not sure what happened to those.
They may be in the garage. There's a
I'd have
lot
to
of
look.
things. in
If
the
I find
garage.
them, I'll bring them, okay? So anyway, that's what I've got. Any other questions? So Scott, Hope, Brian, Kay, John, if you guys want to huddle at one of those tables after the meeting, we can just kind of touch base. So.
See, we have got all the-
So some exciting news for the district.
The
So you've heard me talk about this new Lions Club that we've been working with for the winter camp. And we just probably last Friday or so, found out that LCI had approved the charter for the new Lions Club. And this is a group of people who are primarily blind or visually impaired. We have 25 Lions that were chartered. So that's probably helped the district maybe get into the positive. So that's exciting. Now these folks, you know, their location, it's a virtual club. So they range from, we have a member in Arizona, and then we have a member in New Hampshire. So it kind of spans, we have like 5 people that are out of state. So it's pretty exciting. They're pretty fired up about it. We have officers, and we're just trying to find the time to meet. And so we're going to be, I'm not in that club, but I'll probably become an associate member of that club. And if anybody else is interested, you know, I'm sure they'll be open to that. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of work to get them up and going. Like I say, I've not had a lot of experience with a virtual club like this. How to do service, you know, what kind of service to do, you know, those sorts of things. So there's a lot of, you know, thinking out of the box that'll need to happen with this. One thing we are going to be asking, many of you know folks that are blind and visually impaired, typically they are under or not employed. A lot of times because of implicit bias. We know of a couple people who couldn't, their church wouldn't let them be childcare providers because they're blind and you can't watch these kids. You can't see them. And so, so Teresa, I know that makes you just bring you down off the wall, but that's what these folks have told us, you know. So anyway, one of the bigger challenges for this club will be dues. And what our committee has tried to do is think about sponsoring these folks for their first year of Lions to get them on their feet and let them think about what kind of service they're going to do without having to worry about where they're going to come up with $70 for the dues for LCI. So if anybody's feeling generous and would like to sponsor a new Lion, you are certainly welcome to let me know, and I will probably be doing that as well. So, and a lot of these folks are most of them are winter campers that you might have met already. So it's really exciting, and it's fun to see how excited they are about becoming Lions, because they've said, okay, I've been to the website. Where's my ID? How do I get my ID number? How do I get it? Start an account, you know? And so, you know, it kind of ranges from that to, well, we haven't heard from a lot of people. So, but anyway, but they all said, we asked them 3 times, do you want to do this? And they're like, yes, we want to do this. So anyway, we have a new club in the district. Oh, it's called the Clear Lake Virtual Lions.
Oh, yeah.
And Clear Lake, because winter camp is at Clear Lake Camp. And so, and this was a camper that suggested this. I had the thought, but the camper suggested that we call it Clear Lake Camp or Clear Lake. So anyway, so yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay, we have a couple of things for new business, and one is the DAD workshop. This will be offered on Zoom. It's the Defense Against Diabetes program. If anyone wants more information, there's some handouts on your table. But it's 1 hour, and it's starting on Wednesday, June 15th. It's a 1 hour program, and it's program with your Defense Against Diabetes grant is what this is used. And it's a 1 hour session, and you're going to be, I believe, learning about diabetes, right?
Dorothy actually took it.
Dorothy, do you want to tell us about
It's
this?
the same class, basically, except on Zoom. It's what you did. Diabetes path.
Mine was like, it's really not for the professionals. It's a nuts and bolts for the basic person on how you deal with diabetes. And it was really good. It made me take a step back, because I always think of it as a nurse or a medical professional. But this is talking to kids, talking to adults who love to have their toast or their cake at night before they go to bed, and how you can deal with it and what things like that. It's a very, very good program.
And it's not just one session, it's a series of sessions.
Yeah,
Right.
so mine was all week.
Hers was kind of intensive.
All right, so check out the flyer. Also, we have just a few reminders. If you're working the Cereal Fest this weekend, make sure to stay. There's a meeting afterwards. There's a map here. Thank you, Hope. For anyone attending, there is a sign-up sheet for the steak and chicken fry, July 13th. There is also a sign-up for the International Cereal Fest, and there is a sign-up for the Officers Installation Night, which will be our next regular meeting, June 22nd. So make sure to sign up if you're planning on attending, because they will need a count for that. Does anyone have anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come to you.
preliminary accounting. The preliminary accounting for the garage sale for those 3 days is about $2,500 for those 3 days. And then add on to that the other $200 or $300 that we had for the administrative preview night. So we did pretty good, you know, and a lot of that, everybody worked hard to sell, and we had a lot of interesting buyers come. And as you're there all the time, it's like, I wouldn't have any interest for that particular item, and other people, that's just what they're looking for. So you just never know.
It's another person's trade.
Yeah, so you just never know. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of stories from that day, but the one that was intriguing to me was a gentleman purchased a fog machine, and he was really excited because he had just discovered online that he had a hole in his exhaust in his truck, and he had learned via TikTok or something that if he puts the fog machine into that system, he would find the leak. So he was looking for a fog machine.
Oh my
and
God.
Found it at the garage sale. So we literally had something for everyone. That was pretty exciting. So that's just one of the fun stories. He did not take the disco ball.
We have twin sisters that came in, between the two of them, they bought $300 worth of clothing and items.
Well, Brian put some metal cups into the tray, and a lady came up to buy them because her son was learning how to laser print. And that he said to buy them at the store, the cheap ones are $12.
Oh, wow.
So she thought that was the best thing ever when I charged her $1. She goes, got any more junk? It was fun.
So this is about the garage sale, but I just wanted to let you know that I attended an event today in Ann Arbor called Visions 2022. And for those of you, if you've never heard of this, it is so it's put on at the Ann Arbor Public Library. And essentially it's like a fair for the blind and visually impaired. So they have a bunch of vendors, and next year I'm going to sign up to take our winter camp information there. But they have people that are, showing braille writers and, just services for the blind and visually impaired. There's a guy from the VA was there talking about what they do for veterans. And then they had programs. I didn't stay for these, but they had programs on interactive sports, on employment issues and barriers, and a few other different things. And so I would encourage anybody next year, it'll probably be about the same time, to think about going to that. It's pretty interesting. And it's free.
The garage sale money, as far as I know, went before the event. We did not have a plan for those funds. Would those funds support your new club?
I'm sure they would, but I thought we had a plan. We already have things in the budget, so. Right.
But that activity fund goes with that.
Yeah. It actually would be administrative funds, so.
Well, I think we have a good board item to be added. So, yeah, very good. All right, let's jump to the pot of gold. Oh, yes, Scott.
Did you decide about Maggie's Wigs yet?
No, I'll let you know. I've got to get through this week because we're in crunch time right now. But yes, I haven't forgotten, and we're going to get that scheduled very quick. So we're planning for those of you who don't know, we have quite a few items ready to go back to Maggie's Wigs for Kids. So probably in the next couple weeks, we'll be making a trip. We'll find out when Maggie is available, and we'll be making a trip up there. So for those of you who have not gone, I really encourage you to go at some point. If this is not a good time, there will be other opportunities, but it's really an experience. And now we know that Maggie and her partner, work partner, have both become Lions because of people like you. So that's pretty exciting.
All right, pot of gold. Yeah.
Okay, we had, okay, we had $52. And so I have 3 tickets to draw, 8, 9, and 9. And so hopefully you all win.
Let's see if that table wins again.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
That was a very
If you
good
draw
read.
your own, it's free.
They all start with the same. It's 2009.
Oh.
981-2009. There you go.
We have one winner right there. There you go, Pam, $9. All right, Pam, you want to draw it? Ooh.
Pick 'em up.
I am in spot.
$1969.
Oh, we won.
All right, Shelley.
I was.
Would you like to draw one? $1989. 1989.
Oh, right.
Attendance, the pot is 1525. To win, you have to have been here last year or last.
Last meeting.
Go on.
Who's keeping track? Remember Jerry was on Zoom. Jerry was on Zoom, so if he's.
I didn't think of that. All right, I will have you draw another one for me here.
Thanks, Bob.
That name is Harriet Spriggs.
Still recovering.
No, she's rolled over.
Oh, that's
Now
right.
card
Yeah.
draw. All right. Okay, the card draw is up to $120 tonight.
What time you won that, Bob?
Right? Remember, yeah, you gotta pull your name and then you get a chance to draw the ace of spades. If it's in there, you're the lucky winner. If you draw that card. All right, Jerry, pick a good winner. These are your red tickets. All right. Last 3 digits, 738.
Oh.
Our almost new treasure, our treasure elect. Alright.
Someone got the A plus. Huh?
That's good.
Wrong column. I got you last time too.
Okay, we're looking for the ace of spades. And it is a spade, but the queen. Better luck next time, jackpot rolls over. All right. All right, thanks for playing, everybody.
Can't complain. I don't know what to do.
Very good. All right.
We're above board.
We have the fun cereal event this weekend. we have, Rise will be next week. So, anyone wanting to come distribute food with Rise, if you haven't done that, it's a lot of fun. Be careful because you're gonna want to keep coming back each time. We have our board meeting is also next week. We forgot Happy Bucks. There we go. I was looking for our tail teacher. I forgot we have a substitute
You have a
tail
substitute
teacher.
to the substitute because Ron Marlette's also not here.
Right. So thank you, Dorothy, for stepping in tonight.
So who's happy tonight? Oh, we'll go to the stack table, work our way forward. I'm gonna go with Pam first because she's the furthest away. Okay, bring it on. She's got a lot of money.
I just want some money, so I'm gonna give it. All right, at $5, actually at $10. I wish I had a lot more. My son just had surgery to remove cancer, and it was really successful, and he doesn't have to have chemo, and he's doing fabulous, and I am so grateful. Well, since everybody's health is important, my second oldest grandson is autistic, and he has had a lot of challenges through COVID. Because Hawaii was in the most stringent lockdown that didn't ever make the news, he basically did not leave his house for 2 years, except to go in his yard, and he watched a lot of video games. And he played a lot of video games. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to be Debbie Downer here, but let's just say video games have a lot of hidden messages. And he tried to commit suicide without even knowing that's what he was doing because he's not that functional. And he has had a lot of intervention in his life in the last couple of months with his parents and who he lives with. And he had to get cut off of a lot of social media and television and everything else, but he is doing really, really well. And here's the rest of my money just because I'm really glad to be in Michigan for the summer.
Thank you, Pam. And Pam has already got the hope or the peace calendar ready, or the peace poster ready to go. And she has a meeting this week, so good for her. Okay.
Okay, first of the garage sale. I don't have enough money with me to $1 for everybody that volunteered, but I really, really appreciate everyone's help. Our first day out Thursday, to say it was organized chaos, but the people never stopped coming. They never stopped, and we kept up with them. So we did, and every day was basically the same way until Saturday. It slowed down a little bit. But still, the people just kept coming, and I'm very grateful for that. And then I got my lawn mowed today. Had time for that. Our guest speaker, Robert, wonderful information. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm going to give $1 because the sun's out. Shelly and Noah, we're looking especially to have you joining us, and also one for the new Charter Club. That is so exciting, and I just think that might be a first for Lions, and I think that we have a lot to be proud of, and especially Roger, for you and everyone who worked with you to get that to happen. So that's what's making me most happy. What? Sure. Okay, Pam's powering $1.
Because if you guys all look outside right now, there's a gorgeous rain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Just like Hawaii.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Can't see
It's
it.
a double, they can see both ends.
Yeah. No, that's over there.
I have $1 for Kay. I wish I had $100 for Kay. She worked so hard on that garage sale. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
$1 for the speakers. Thank you, Robert. and another dollar for Roger. And I've gone to a lot of the vision, like 12, 13, 14. They used to have it at Washtenaw Library, which was very, very good too, besides the Ann Arbor Public Library.
This is the third year. They didn't have it for 3 years. So this is the first year back.
Thank you.
I got Happy Bucks just for everybody that volunteered with the garage sale and working this Saturday and continue supporting the Lions and all their projects.
I have two. The first one was for the program. The second one for, I was at Miska's today in Ann Arbor for lunch. And in came a lady in a wheelchair with a beautiful dog. Well, on the dog, there was a sign saying, pause for cause, pause with cause. And I looked at her and said, I've been there. She said, are you a lion? And I said, yes. She said, I want to thank you and all the lions, because without you, I wouldn't have this dog.
Right, I have 4 tonight. I have one for the Charter Club. That's really exciting. I have one for our speaker tonight. I have one for everyone that worked the garage sale. That was really something. And then I have one for my dishwasher that is hopefully going to be installed just in time for the graduation party.
Perfect. Noah.
All right, so I have one for the beautiful double rainbow out in the window. And then I have the other one is I get my paddle expander out tomorrow. So 6 months popcorn time.
Anyone with braces know exactly what that is.
I have one for the speaker tonight and one for Roger in the online club.
I have one for one for each of my boys. My oldest graduated this year, so that's a big plus for us. And my youngest, first year in track, he finished second in the All-City tournament in discus, and I believe it was 15th in the state. He's never thrown a discus before in his life. So.
Wow.
Sunrise Rotary Club, and I would let you guys know that the 30-year anniversary wine tasting is Wednesday the 15th. And they in turn promise to help with your chili cook-off when your time comes.
Hey. Thank you, Stacy.
Oh, one for the program. Thanks, Bob. It's very enlightening. And one for seeing Jerry Mackey back in person. Good to see you, Jerry.
One for being here. It's nice to see everybody. One for the program and all the good works he does. And one for the garage sale and the hardworking people that were there. I was amazed how they could do it for 3 days without dying.
I'll owe you a buck or
I got
two.
money in my pocket.
Okay.
All right. So one for the program. Bob, thanks so much. I've known about the Share Center, but not a lot about it. So thank you for giving us a pretty good overview of what happens down there, and it's a challenge. And the garage sale was amazing. And that was amazing. And Kay for putting that thing together, and everybody else that was worked on it. You know, Scott and Hope, I know you guys were involved in those signs. But I couldn't believe the number of people that just kept coming. You know, to me, it was just like, where are they coming from? And how do they know about this? You know, so I don't know what it was, but it was great. Hey, Derek was live. I'm sure that brought a few people down.
think what was the most amazing thing about the garage sale was the majority of things that we sold was $2. And we made $2,500 on people spending $2. I mean, there was a few bigger things, but $1 and $2. And it worked.
Well, I've got a couple of dollars here, one for the program for Robert. You did a great job. And it was very interesting to me because I've heard about it, but I've never known much about it. So I enjoyed that. And another one for our new charter club. Thank you.
Yeah. I got $2. One for the new club. I think that's great. I worked on a few new clubs in my illustrious career as a Lion, and that's tough sledding, but my congratulations. And also one for Bob and the job that he's doing. I know it's a great institution that I'm sure there's more to it than what we've heard, but we can all do our part. Thanks, Bob.
And I'm good for a couple bucks too. One, obviously for the program tonight, and I've known about the Share Center, and I actually had a program very similar to that for a while. And very hard work, I know that is, and also to everyone who came out through all that rain and managed to get here. And now our reward is we've got a beautiful rainbow there. We get to go home dry and safe. Thank you all for joining and for the company tonight.
I have a few bucks, and the first one is for Bob. I had heard about the Share Center. We had a good friend who lost her grandson, who volunteered at the Share Center quite a bit. And hearing what you do and the things that go on there, it really kind of it fulminates in my mind and my heart. So thank you. It was really, really a good experience having you here. I will. My second one is for this outgoing board of our board, our president, our vice president, treasurer, everybody. I have had so much fun working with you the last year, and I know next week we install our new officers, but I want to thank you now for the wonderful job that you've all done for the last year. Some of you 2 years, some of you 3. There's lots of good that has gone on here. My last thing is, I celebrated my birthday last week. I had a ton of fun with family, and this whole month is going to be that way with seeing my Tennessee son, my Indiana son, and everybody. So just pray for good weather on the roads, because the roads are awful, and we're going from Michigan to Indiana and back, and then to Tennessee. So we're doing some traveling, and hopefully we can pay for the gas. So. And I will turn all this money in. I won't keep a penny.
All right, so make sure you sign up for the events that are coming up. Make sure you sign up for the installation dinner. We need to know kind of how many people are coming. Make sure that if you're working the weekends, this weekend for the breakfast, that you stay after. And I hope everyone has a fantastic night and a safe drive home. Thank you all for coming tonight.
We are adjourned officially.
Okay.
Officially